reason why is that I'm looking at the Bollinger Bands, I'm looking at the monthly time frame, and I'm seeing that the midpoint is at about 3.1 cents. And so I do expect the midpoint to react. In previous months, you've seen how it's gone through the midpoint all the way up to the top of the Bollinger Band, and that would take us to, I mean, who knows? You know, shit happens. You know, crazy things happen in crypto. It took an extra month to do that. The first month it hit, you see that, and the second month it went up. So it'd be interesting to see how we hit, and then if the next month goes up and does exactly the same thing, I'd be interested to see how that plays out. But I am looking at everything, and the reality is, for a token like TRVL, if we want to go up and have a crazy rally to the upside, we have to flip this midpoint into support, and then we have a chance to push. And we've never been able to do that. Every time the prices come back to this monthly midpoint, we've had a clean loss. With here we had a back test. Here we didn't even have a back test, so we haven't even back tested this midpoint. And you see on the weekly time frame, we've back tested the weekly midpoint as support. You see that? 2 weeks in a row we've held it as support. So this is quite good. As long as we hold this weekly midpoint as support, it looks good for the price to continue to go up, kind of similar to what we've experienced in the past. For me, this looks better than the past, because in the past, what you're looking at is the price never really, you see here, it never really back tested it properly. It kind of floated above it, never really back tested it, and then it did back test it to lose it. Okay, and then here we had a back test here, but it kind of wicked through it quite heavily, and here you see it's actually being respected. So we have a very different situation here with the weekly midpoint of the Bollinger Band. It looks a lot stronger for me right now. The price action looks quite strong at these levels. And naturally what we want to see is a breakout, a high volume breakout to the upside. You're looking at the monthly candle. That's definitely going to be a green candle now, I think. I can't imagine it to be red. That was, for me, that's a bullish reversal. You've got a piercing candle with another green candle, increasing volume, increasing prices. That's bullish. And so I would argue that our bottom is forming here, at least in the midterm to short to midterm. We have a bottom forming here. And again, it goes back to my original idea. The target for me is 3.1 cents, which is be the midpoint of this Bollinger Band. That would be a really nice target for a keen take profit. And then we have to see what happens on the BTC